Hi guys, just wanted to chime in with my progress from day 2. So yesterday I just ended up on 4 chords played on this electric piano from Excellent Audio, and let's just hear what we had yesterday. So I will be adding a little chorus to it. Just giving it a little more stereo width, and I'm also cutting all of the lows and some of the mids to make space for something else, for a lead. So I've doubled my chord progression, and I changed the last one from this, hold on, let me arm it, from this to this, to sort of relieve the tension, but not all the way. The G there sort of helps. It would want to go to G major, so like that would be like total relief. So we do this, and then, so it's somewhere in the middle, which I really like. So let's now hear the complete sequence. Okay, let's move to the other parts, to which the Andrew's video that was 1 hour long was just super helpful. And so let's go with the bass now. I'm using Vacuum Pro here, and it's a pretty cool synth. You can also notice I'm cutting a little bit of the high, so it sounds more bassy. And so what I'm using here is drop 1 preset. Let's just hear how it sounds, right? Again, it's muted, of course. So every time you press a note, there's this huge drop, but it only happens on the first note that you hold. If you go to other notes without letting go, it will not do the drop again. So I'm using this feature in my sequence here, where I basically just get this very long note, and then I just have these like connected together because the note ends after the next one starts, so it doesn't do the drop anymore. So, you know, let's hear how that sounds together. Alright, so that's our bass. Let's move on to the next objective, which is drums. So I'm using this amazing software, again from Excellent Audio, which is called EXO. And what it does is, instead of showing you like, you know, alphabetical random list of samples, it just shows you this amazing cloud, and you can drag your mouse over that cloud and select sounds that the sounds that sound similar are together here. You can zoom it, you can drag it, you can filter it. Let's say we only want like you know, bassier sounds or like longer sounds, you know. So we have that. So it's amazing. And okay, so what we can do is load a preset, which I've already done. So we have a preset here, and the preset sounds like this. So that's our 8 sounds, and I'm not using all of them at all. So I went to edit, right? I deleted all the preset sequence, and I created my own. I created 2 sequences, A and B, where in B it's basically similar as A, but there is like there's more open hi-hat, and then there's this sort of break with the snares, and the configuration is 3 times A and then B. So it will play sequence A 3 times and then go to B. So let me enable this button, which will synchronize playing with the DAW, and let's see what we have. Okay. So I think we are happy with this sequence. So what we can do now, click this export button and drag the MIDI here and just expand it so it's twice as long. And now disable this button, because so the internal sequencer in the XO would basically keep playing this in all parts of the song, but sometimes you just want to export the sequence so then you can move to another part of the song where the beats will be a little bit different. And this is what we did. And now for the lead, for me the most let's say hard to grasp part because I sort of tend to improvise and it's hard to put that into notes. And watching Andrew's video, it became very clear he's proficient with keyboard, and so should be me, because I played the piano for 15 years at least now. Oh, it's actually more than 20. Oh my god. Okay, but I do not play anymore that much to be very good at it, and my primary musical instrument now is my voice. So what I do when I come up with an idea, I just carry a little recorder with me and just record it myself singing it. I don't know, I do it on a street, I don't care. And that's what I did here. I recorded myself singing it, not very well, mind you. It's just like sometimes it's a little bit off key, but it carries the message. And I put a little compressor on it, so it just sounds louder when I'm singing quieter. So let's hear it. Alright, so this is my mock-up version of the lead. So now I've listened to it multiple times and I've programmed it into MIDI. And for the MIDI sound, for the lead sound, I'm now using another synth from Air Music, which is hybrid. And the preset is called Mouthbox Lead. So it sort of sounds like a person talking. It mimics the vocals. And so again, the harder you hit, the harsher it sounds. There's an overdrive a little, and I'm putting EQ to it, and I'm just cutting all the basses and boosting the mids and the highs, so it cuts through the mix more. So let's hear it again. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that. Maybe I also wanted to put a reverb on the lead, so obviously we could just chain it here after that, but instead I created a verb, I called it verb, it's a reverb track, to which I am sending, as you can see here, I'm sending the lead program to it. And what it does is that it leaves my track intact, and it would also allow me to send other stuff into the reverb, so it sounds as if it was in the same room, which is the effect that we want to achieve. So let's hear it now with the reverb. Maybe there's even too much of the verb in the mix. Alright, so the last thing we need to do is sidechain the bass, because the bass is sort of muddying up the drums. So I will just drop the drums on the bass here, select track 3 and 4, so it will create another track, and MIDI no, because we don't want to send MIDI there, just the sound. So now our drum sound is coming to the bass track, but not on the first two channels, on the auxiliary channels. So you can see it here. It's nothing there. So I will add another instrument here, or another plugin, and that's called TDR Nova, which is excellent freeware sidechain compressor. Let's get rid of all the bands that we don't need. Let's boost the frequency to say let's say 110 Hz. Let's switch it to external sidechain, and let's observe the sidechain so that we verify that it's coming there. And let's solo. Let's hear it. can maybe even like make this band smaller because the drums are not occupying too much of it. Right, that's gonna be better. Let's hear it one more time, because it's pretty funky, you know? Okay, so I guess that's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you at the next challenge.